Welcome Prep 1. I am Ms. Nermeen Said, your science teacher for Prep 1. Today we will study Unit 1, Lesson 2, Chemical Compound Part 1. In this lesson we will study number 1, what's meant by valency and what's meant by atomic group and how to write the chemical formula and the types of compound. Prep 1. Do you know why the atom gain or lose or share electrons? Yes, to complete its outermost energy level with electrons. So the number of gained or lose or share electrons, we called it valency. So if I ask you what's meant by valency, valency is the number of electrons in the atom that gain or lose or share during chemical reaction. Valency is the number of electrons of the atom gain or lose or share during chemical reaction. And we have many types of valencies. The atom that lose or gain or share one electron, we called it monovalent. And the atom gain or lose or share two electrons, we called it divalent. And trivalent for the atom lose or gain or share three electrons. And we have also tetravalent for the atom that gain or share four electrons. And pentavalent for the atom gain or share 5 electrons, and hexavalent for the atom gain or share 6 electrons. So valency is the number of electrons that the atom gain or lose or share during chemical reaction, and we have monovalent, divalent, trivalent, tetravalent, pentavalent, and hexavalent. And we have here sodium atom. Sodium atom has one electron in the outermost energy level. So during chemical reaction it will lose one electron, and we called it monovalent. And in oxygen atom it has 60 electrons in the outermost energy level, and to complete it needs to gain or share 2 electrons, and we called it divalent. And aluminium has 3 electrons in the outermost energy level. It will lose it during chemical reaction, so we called aluminium trivalent. And also chlorine atom. It has 7 electrons in the outermost energy level, and it will gain 1 electron, and we called it monovalent. And neon gas from noble gas or inert gas, they completely filled with electrons the outermost energy level, so it will not make any chemical reaction. So neon gas has no valence. And we have here magnesium. Magnesium has 2 electrons in the outermost energy level. Magnesium will lose 2 electrons, and it has divalent valency. So if I ask you, give reason for the valency of noble gases is 0. This is because the outermost energy level is completely filled with electrons. And if I ask you, give reason for sodium is monovalent while oxygen is divalent, this is because that during chemical reaction sodium will lose 1 electron to be stable, so sodium is monovalent, while oxygen will gain or share 2 electrons, so oxygen is divalent. And now valences of metals. Metals can be monovalent in lithium, sodium, potassium, silver, and copper, or divalent like copper, calcium, iron, magnesium, lead, mercury, and zinc. Also can be trivalent like in aluminium, iron, and gold. Some metal elements have more than one valency like copper. Copper can be monovalent or divalent. And iron also can be divalent, and in this case we called it ferrous, and can be trivalent, and we called it ferric. Also valences of non-metals. Non-metals have many valences like monovalent. In hydrogen, chlorine, fluorine, bromine, and iodine. And divalent in sulfur and oxygen. And trivalent in nitrogen and phosphorus. And tetravalent in sulfur and carbon. And pentavalent like nitrogen and phosphorus, and hexavalent in sulfur. Also non-metal can have more than one valency like sulfur. sulfur have divalent, tetravalent, hexavalent, and nitrogen and phosphorus have trivalent and pentavalent. And now the atomic group. Atomic group is a set of atoms of different elements join together and behave like one atom during chemical reaction, and they have its own valency. Again, prep 1. Atomic group is a set of atoms of different elements join together and behave like one atom, and they have its own valency. Number 1. The monovalent atomic group. The first example in monovalent atomic group is hydroxide. Hydroxide is OH. Hydroxide OH consists of two different elements, oxygen and hydrogen. They join together and behave like one atom, and the valency of hydroxide is 1, or monovalent. And bicarbonate. Bicarbonate is HCO3. They consist of three different elements, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. They join together and behave like one atom, and they have its own valency, 1. And we have here nitrate. Nitrate NO3. It consists of two different elements, nitrogen and oxygen. They join together and behave like one atom, and it has its own valency, 1. And also nitrite. Nitrite is NO2. Consists of two different elements, nitrogen and oxygen. They join together and behave like one atom, and the valency of nitrite is 1. And the last thing is ammonium. Ammonium NH4. Ammonium consists of two different elements, nitrogen and hydrogen. They join together and behave like one atom, and also the valency of ammonium is 1. So monovalent atomic group like hydroxide OH, bicarbonate HCO3, nitrate NO3, nitrite NO2, ammonium NH4. And now the divalent atomic group. Divalent atomic group like sulfate. Sulfate is SO4-2. It consists of sulfur and oxygen, consists of two different elements. They join together and behave like one atom, and the valency of sulfate is 2, divalent. And also bicarbonate. Bicarbonate is CO3, which consists of two different elements, carbon and oxygen. They join together and behave like one atom, and the valency of carbonate is 2. And also we have trivalent atomic group like phosphate. Phosphate is PO4-3. Phosphate consists of two different elements, phosphorus and oxygen. They join together and behave like one atom, and the valency of phosphate is 3. Prep 1. The valency of the group equals the number of charges which they carry. Like sulfate. Sulfate carry -2, so it has divalent, and carbonate -2, so the valency of carbonate is divalent, while the phosphate carry -3, so the valency of phosphate is trivalent. And now if I ask you, give reason for. Both nitrate and the carbonate group have the same number of atoms but differ in their valency. Do you know why? Because nitrogen group, nitrate group NO3 consists of 4 atoms and it's monovalent, while carbonate group CO3-2 consists of 4 atoms but it's a divalent group. And also both nitrate and nitrite groups differ in the number of atoms, but they have the same valency because both of them are monovalent. But nitrate group NO3 consists of 4 atoms, while nitrite group NO2 consists of 3 atoms. Thank you, Prep 1.